Welcome. Coral Reef Aquarium School Basic. Today is our third episode where we'll be talking about salt. Took the liberty to put up two warning signs here to warn for chemistry. We will be talking about a little bit of chemistry today. Not a lot, but if you happen to learn something, remember that it is fun to learn things. Now, seawater. Seawater is not just water. It contains dissolved sodium chloride, which is typically referred to as NaCl, or we also know it as table salt. Then it also on top of that contains dissolved mineral salts, plankton, nutrients, and a lot of other things. I gave a sad example being microplastics. Now, we all know that coral reefs are sensitive, and they are sensitive also to the balanced composition of seawater components. Before looking into the components, I need to introduce one measure, being seawater salinity. Seawater salinity is the measure of salt concentration in seawater, and the salt concentration being the dissolved sodium chloride and the mineral salts. Salinity varies in the ocean. The common recommendation for Coral Reef Aquarium is to have a salinity in the range of 34 to 36 ppt, and that is parts per 1,000. Now, this can also be translated to 3.4 to 3.6%, but it is common to talk about ppt, parts per 1,000. Salinity can also be measured in something which is called specific gravity, SG, and the range would then be 1.0256 to 1.0271 for this range. Now, we will not use specific gravity going further because I see a lot of benefits using PPT, and you will see as well in later phases when we start mixing salt, for instance. Okay, getting back to the composition. Seawater composition. Now, I found a really good source, and I give you the link to a good collection of 4 different measurements of seawater composition. And starting on the table to the left, it is measuring in parts per 1,000, and the table on the right is parts per million. So you see the 2 yellow stickers. Okay. Starting on the left, the 2 main components is chloride and sodium. So almost adding up to 30 ppt sodium chloride in seawater. So it's the main component. And that the total blend here in seawater salinity is somewhere 34 to 35 ppt. So this is 90% of the seawater, 90% of non-water in seawater is sodium chloride. Then I'm not going to take you through all of the different elements, but I do also highlight in green magnesium, calcium, and hydrocarbonate. And these 3 are the main parts of the coral skeleton. So we will get back to these ions later. But just because I highlight these 3 components doesn't mean that any one of the other are less important. Okay, but how do you succeed when it's this complex? And I can tell you the list I gave you, it's not the full list. It's a lot more in seawater, but very small fractions. How do you succeed? You get a pre-mixed high-quality reef salt. That is how you get it done. But then how do you select the high-quality reef salt? I would give you 2 tips. First one being, check out what your local reef store keeps in stock. Because when you run out of salt, you want to access the same blend that you used before to keep stability. Then, secondly, double check that salt is used by some of the most successful reefers in your vicinity or your country. let someone else pilot new or unknown salt blends. As a beginner, don't pilot a new product. Let someone else do that. And if no one is using a blend as a beginner, don't start using that blend. Let someone else try that. Or maybe there's a reason no one is using that one. Now, to the right, I also gave some of the successful salts I've run with. Tropic Marine Pro Reef, I run with that for many years. And then I also run with the Red Sea Coral Pro Salt. Thirdly, I did have a period as well running on Korallensurst's Reefer's Best, but that salt is discontinued, so you can disregard that. Now, before closing this session on salt, I select one important message, and that is maintain and respect stable salinity. If you mistake and go out of bounds, and go out of bounds means out of bounds 34 to 36 ppt, say you go down to 30 or up to 40, don't panic. The recommendation is to change only 1 ppt per day. I've tried my luck and pushed it twice, that number, 2 ppt per day, in steps of 4. Over 24 hours. Now, that worked. But if you change 4 ppt instantaneously, you will jeopardize the health of fish and corals. So, maintain and respect stable salinity. Also note that sometimes fish stores have a fish-only system and they keep it at 25 ppt. Because sometimes it's beneficial for fish, the fish health and stress. It reduces the stress level to keep it at a lower salinity. So take care, if you buy fish from such a system, take care when you introduce that into your tank. So give it proper time to acclimatize to the water conditions in your tank. That said, in our next episode, we will be talking about salinity meter, something dear to me. And past this video, I will transition into the project phase of this course. So that said, I see you in that video. Bye bye. Okay, so for the project part of this course, we will use this salt, the Red Sea Coral Pro Salt. I have good experience with this salt for my aquariums, and that is the basis of why I select to start with this one. I go safe. Now I understand that lately this salt has been debated and discussed, and if I understand correctly, it is the run rate of calcium and alkalinity or carbonate hardness, that this salt is running quite high. Now I have good success with that, and we will start here and then we'll see where we take it from there. I think there is a lot of good alternatives to this salt, but we will start my aquarium here and you will witness the results. Now this bucket is empty. I got the big bucket. So we'll have plenty of salt to keep up our water changes. With that said, thank you for your attention, and I see you in the next episode.